Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe. And for those that are returning, thank you guys so much. Let's get into today's video. Today we have the braiding edition, which means that we are going to be braiding. My client today is getting the faux locks and she wants it to be as flat as possible. So let's see what we can do. You want to make sure that your client's hair or your hair is already washed, clean, and prepped to start braiding. So she has natural hair, so I am definitely taking my time and I am going to be working with jam. At some point, I am going to show you guys the container that I'm actually using. So this is already pre-looped. So what I did was after I braided her hair, I attached it halfway and then pulled her actual hair through and then began wrapping. You want to wrap with as less braids as possible because the more wrapping hair you use, the more bulky the locks is going to look. So the locks is already pre-looped. We're doing it slowly now so you guys can see. So what I'm going to do is put my crochet hook through, attach it to her actual hair. Make sure that her actual hair is half and half with the locks. Now I am now going to open my crochet hook to the base of that actual strand that I'm about to wrap, connect it the end of her actual braid and now pull it through. Once you're done pulling it through, you now need a piece of wrapping hair that you are going to use to wrap it. I'm going to show you guys again. So once you wrap it, that is why you need to make sure that when you are actually braiding the hair, make sure that the base of the hair is not tight. Because what happens is that when you're wrapping, the hair becomes tighter. So if the braiding process is tight, when you're done with the locks, it's going to be more tighter. So now we're focusing on the next row. And what I'm doing right now is applying jam to the hair because I need it to look as neat as possible. For those that don't use jam to braid their hair, it's totally okay. And I know some people use other types of jam. Again, this does not really do anything to your hair other than make the braids look neat. So this is what I have so far. Now I am now going to begin the process. Yes, so you could decide to braid the entire hair first before installing the locks, or you could do as you go. And I chose to braid and then put the locks. This process took a while because she wanted it to look as flat as possible, and at the same time she wanted the front part of the hair to be much more smaller than the back. But just to tell you, this hairstyle lasts for a long time and it's a great protective style. For those looking for protective style that can serve them for over a month, this is definitely something that you should look into. For those wondering why I am basically rubbing the hair together is so that it doesn't come out. You could decide to use got to be spray to spray the ends so that way the hair stays in place. So I am basically repeating the steps and I hope that this is much more better for you guys to see. Again, I try to stay away from the edges as much as possible because you do not want to pull on the edges. This hairstyle took a long while to complete, but I think at the end it was worth it because it looked really nice. There are other faster ways to install this pre-looped hair, which you can get on Amazon or your nearest beauty store. We have the all back cornrow, which means braiding your hair in cornrows or back and installing it. And it's much faster because it is already pre-looped and all you have to worry about is cornrolling your hair back. We also have the box method, which is basically having your hair, the first few rows of your hair in box method, and then the rest in cornrows, so that way you give the illusion that the locks are individual locks. But when it comes to locks, I sometimes prefer this method, the individual method, because it gives you varieties of styles of ways to style your hair. Whereas sometimes when you have the cornrow method, you can't really do so much with it. But in all, this is a great protective style. Just make sure that you're not pulling on your hair, on your edges. Also, make sure that when you are actually braiding your own hair before the locks, that it is not too tight. For those that have installed this hair before, let me know your favorite thing about getting faux locks. And for those that haven't, let me know if you would try it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.